Ho, 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 taste buds. How's it going? That's what we call our fan base. I'm really trying to get that to stick. Guys, welcome back to this podcast. It's a snack podcast. It's actually a podcast where we acquire and review the latest and greatest snacks,
so that you know what to try and what not to buy.
I'm your host, Evan.
And I'm your host, Gabe.
And the title of this podcast is The Super Tasters Podcast. It's another Holly Jolly episode, and we've got a lot of holiday goods that we're going to be reviewing today, including the brand new Chips Ahoy hot cocoa cookies. We've got the M&M's, what is that, toasty peanut holiday M&M's. We've got a variety of the Pepperidge Farms. If you want to get into those, what do we got? What are those?
We got the holiday exclusive Amaretto hot cocoa Milano cookies, the holiday exclusive thin and crispy peppermint cocoa cookies, and the holiday exclusive holiday nog cookies. I don't know what kind of cookie that is. Looks like a shortbread cookie.
We've also got some Fruity Pebbles candy canes. We've got the Elf Goldfish Grams that were a re-release from last year. And is that a brand new Hostess mini donuts?
It is. It's the Hostess Donuts Fritter Rings Apple Cinnamon Pull-Apart Bubble Shape.
Just what I wanted for Christmas. And guys, before we get into it, I do just want to say the Patreon is live. I'm going to start plugging it. And guess what? We've already got 2 patrons. Thank you to our 2 patrons, KGMA and Tape Master 21. You guys are carved into the annals of history. Welcome and thank you for being a part of our origin story. Guys, supertasters.com. That's not what it is. Guys, patreon.com/supertasters. If you want to join, if you want to support, it's a $5 tier. Once we get to 10 patrons, we're going to open up a P.O. box so you guys can send us stuff. So we're 8 away. Thank you so much to our loyal taste buds. We're so happy to have you guys. Other than that, I think that we can get into the snacks. There's just one thing that I wanted to say. I saw a little comment of someone roasting us for using candles as microphone stands. Hey, guys, I'm a human.
They smell good.
Hey, guys, my feelings got hurt a little bit. Guys, yeah, you got me.
My feelings weren't hurt.
You got me.
They're my candles.
You found me out. It's a low-budget podcast. All of the money goes towards snacks. I'm sorry.
Now.
That's why you have to subscribe to the Patreon.
Exactly. I was going to say, it's low budget for now.
God, that guy got me good. I can't get that goddamn thought out of my head. And I'll never buy a mic arm because then he wins. Okay, what do you want to start with? It's all sugar this episode, unfortunately.
That is true.
And guys, stick around to the end. I'm sorry I interrupted. Go ahead.
I don't know.
It just popped into my thought. It popped in my thought.
Yep.
Which is what I call my brain. Yeah. It's the thought factory.
Yeah.
Stick around to the end if you want to see us review and tell a very entertaining story about the new Gingerbread Zero Sugar Pepsi. Very exclusive. 1 of 500, so they say. Okay, yeah. So maybe, dude, let's just go into maybe something sweet and then mild. Sweet and then mild.
Sweet.
What do you feel about that?
Sweet and mild?
No, sweet and then mild. Like
okay.
Rotate. Bup, 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 bup.
Okay.
Let's get jolly with it.
Which of these are mild?
Well, let's start with something sweet. So these.
That sounds good.
These are the peppermint cocoa cookies, thin and crispy, from Pepperidge Farms. Happy holidays, everyone, to all those who celebrate.
Happy holidays.
And to even those that are dead.
Yeah. I was going to say that the Pepperidge Farm, they have a lot of different holiday cookies out right now. I didn't want to get all of them, so I got the most interesting ones because the other ones are like pretty run-of-the-mill, like holiday cookies.
Yeah. Well, of course, these are all cookies and stuff, snacks that we haven't tried before.
Yes.
These smell like Girl Scout cookies. They smell like Thin Mints. What do you think?
Oh, they do. They smell good.
Which they are thin, and they're apparently minty. They're peppermint cocoa. And they're also supposed to be crispy. So we'll see. Some people like a soft and chewy cookie. I don't mind a little crunch to my cookie. I don't mind a little crisp.
I think it's right in between for me. You know, you want soft bites. You want crispy bites. You want crumbs on the table.
I take everything back. That was too crispy. That crisp, dude. My shirt's brown now. What the hell? What the hell? What were they thinking? No, you guys are right. Soft and chewy is better. I don't know why I said that. Great flavor. I like the peppermint flavor.
These are nice.
It does kind of just remind me of a Thin Mint in a different, wrapper, basically,
Pepperidge Farm makes really good cookies.
They also
I
make
know, controversial opinion.
they also make for really good Family Guy cutaway jokes.
Oh yeah.
Am I right? What if a giant chicken just came up and started beating the snot out of you right now? You know what? I'm going to tell a story of someone that bombed because the point of bombing in a comedy setting is to be like, okay, don't do that again. But I heard somebody bomb, and someone that is continuing in a social setting to make the same gaffes, the same mistake.
I'm right next to you, dude.
So basically, my joke was someone who used to live in Europe was comparing living in the U.S. to living in Europe. And they said, hey, someone asked him to compare it. Like, what's it like? What are the pros and cons of living in Europe and living in the U.S.? And he said, oh, yeah, living in Europe was incredible. You're like a 3-hour flight from, this little European country. He's like, I went to, I forget what he said, but he's like, I went to so many different countries when I lived in Europe, and he was just singing its praise, which I thought was funny because someone said, what's the pros and cons of living in the US and what's the pros and cons of living in Europe? And he said, living in Europe is great. And I thought that was funny because he said nothing about the US.
That is funny.
And so I said, yeah, but in the US you can drive to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Or no, I said Wyoming. I said in the US you can drive to Wyoming.
Yeah.
The joke is nobody wants to go to Wyoming. I'm sorry if you're listening from Wyoming, but that's the joke, right? And then somebody said, little joke piggyback, of all the states you picked Wyoming? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the punchline of the joke.
Didn't
The
understand
joke is it's a state that people don't want to visit. No, didn't understand the joke and bombed and sucked all of the energy out of the room.
Yep.
Flew right out the window. And that's okay because that's how we learn. But he's not learning.
I was going to say, did he learn anything?
He just continues to bomb. I'm not going to point any fingers. I'm not going to name any names. But it's Gabe. No, I'm just kidding. But we did get these out of our shed, and they are itchy. These hats are itchy.
They are itchy. Probably should have been washed.
What are you feeling? How do you feel about these guys?
I like them a lot, actually. I was going to say they're probably going to be a 4 for me.
I'm right there with you. This is, to me, the Thin Mint brand, but the mint flavor is distinctly peppermint, but more importantly, the chocolate flavor is distinctly cocoa, which I really like.
Yeah.
And that's what differentiates it. The texture, though, for me, the crisp is a little bit too crunch, and the crunch is a little bit too crisp. So I think if you're comparing these to a peppermint or a Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie, gold standard, these would fall into 4, but they're still quite good.
Yeah, I think I like them. I think the crispiness is a lot, but like you were touching on, the cocoa flavor is really good. It's got a really good. It's not quite like a Nature Valley bar.
Yeah, the cocoa flavor is terrific.
It's really well balanced. It's good.
All right, now something a little bit more mild. What about these guys? What do we have those?
The Holiday Nog.
What do we have those?
What do we have these?
What do we have this? This is, this will be more mild, I suspect. Where do you stand on eggnog? Are you a nog guy or no?
A coworker just asked me this question. And I loved eggnog as a kid. I feel like a lot of us do. Nowadays, I am very picky with my eggnog, and I usually only drink a little bit. But there's this brand of eggnog that I really like. I think it's literally just called Organic Farms. And it's like really bougie, expensive eggnog. But if you're only buying it once a year, and that stuff's really solid. And still, you drink a little bit, but it's like eggnog usually, like most eggnogs, is a little bit too thick. It's really sweet. It's like drinking ice cream. But even then, I love the flavor.
I agree with the sweetness. I love the flavor. I actually like the thickness. But if I'm in the mood to buy eggnog, usually I'm trying to pick something that's no high fructose corn syrup, like that's not like cloyingly, and even then, it's like sometimes I gotta cut it with milk. I used to laugh at my stepdad for cutting his eggnog with milk when I was a kid, and everything that was sugar.
And then you started doing. I know that you started.
Yeah.
I remember when you started cutting it with milk.
everything that was sugar made my taste buds stand at attention is what I was going to say. But then as an adult, I'm like, I got to cut it with milk. But even then, if I'm in the mood for eggnog, most of the time, I actually will just make my own homemade eggnog. It's not too difficult to make, and it's really, really good homemade. That's my favorite way to have it.
We actually, there's a video on our comedy channel, Part-Time Comedy, where we made eggnog
Lost
using
media.
ingredients from the dollar store in our series, The Dollar Store Chefs.
That's
So
true.
go ahead and check that out. It's our Christmas episode. if you wanna
5,000
watch us.
likes and the Dollar Store Chefs will be revived.
Yeah, right.
It smells like eggnog.
It does.
Is this like
what
a shortbread base?
It feels like shortbread. It smells like there's a specific like weird tanginess to things that are eggnog flavored. That's what it smells like to me.
It's nice to get the eggnog essence, but not in like we were saying, it's not too sweet. It's very mild, actually.
Buttery at the end, like
That's
a
gotta
typical
be-
shortbread.
That's an egg wash on the top, isn't it?
Oh, it's definitely textured.
You can't get one past me. I've made pies. I know an egg wash when I see it, when I smell it, when I taste it.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, I'm not really like wowed by it.
It's interesting,
Ooh, candy cane.
but for some reason, like, I don't know. Honestly, maybe they could have gone more. They could have made it a little bit sweeter. They could have. I just don't know if like this shortbread base is the right pick for an eggnog cookie,
I agree.
because the butter is like the shortbread buttery kind of taste is coming in at the end, and it kind of takes away from the eggnog for me. Like, obviously those flavors don't clash, but it just it's overshadowing it a little bit.
I mean, it's. I don't know. I think like it's a 3 for me. I'm like right middle of the road.
I'm fine with the 3. Yeah, that's fine with me.
It's not like I hate it. Can't really quite put it in a 2. It's interesting to try. I feel like some people might like this. People that want the eggnog flavor without drinking it. Yeah. But
and Pepperidge Farm, don't put us on the naughty list for this. Santa is a lot like a politician. If you give him enough money, he kind of just will sponsor any sort of legislation. Like, he'll put people on the naughty list that don't even belong there. He'll be like, yeah. But he'll say too, be like, no, I'm completely impartial. The donations don't affect my ability to remain neutral.
Well,
but of course, we've all heard that song and dance before.
1,000,000%. And there was also that one time where he decided to switch party affiliations, and he moved his constituency all from the nice list to the naughty list without telling anybody. And you would think, like, I feel like you don't get to just make that choice. Like, it's a different office, but
it was weird when Santa like redistrict, like when he drew his district in the North Pole in like a snowflake shape, and it's like, that's cool, but it kind of like encompasses certain communities that probably shouldn't be like grouped together in that way. Like, it's almost like it gave him a little bit of an unfair advantage. But
there was a bit of reindeer mandering there.
Jolly mandering, some would say.
Mandering. There you go. That's even better.
Okay, let's move on. Let's do.
He has like political humor.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. You know what? Let's do.
I think of jolly mandering.
I'm thinking. Is it? I don't want to get rid of all of our cookies early, but I'm kind of eyeballing
some
those
peanut.
Chips Ahoy. Okay, some peanut.
Break it up with a toasty holiday peanut M&M.
I'm not a big fan of peanut M&Ms. I like peanut butter M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms. Peanut is. Can we agree that it's the worst nut?
No, Brazil nut is the worst nut.
Even then, I don't know, man. Peanuts just
have a Brazil nut.
okay. I'll tell you what. I'll put Brazil nuts over peanuts, but only because peanuts make peanut butter, and Brazil nuts make. I don't know what they make.
They make more weight in the garbage because you eat your mixed nut container down to just the Brazil nuts and then you throw them away.
Yeah, Brazil nuts. I'll tell you what they make. They make for some crazy good football players. Footballs and soccer. Because Brazilians are good at soccer. Are they not?
I mean, they like soccer. I don't know.
Damn.
It sounds like a harsh
So
stereotype to me.
just to reiterate what you just said,
Right.
the nation of Brazil is
After
not good at
you
soccer.
implied that the entire, that just because
Yeah,
they're Brazilian,
just-
they're good
yeah.
at football.
Just to reiterate what you just said,
No, it's not
the
what I said.
nation of Brazil is not good at football. Meaning
Those
soccer.
words never came out of my mouth.
By the way, these suck.
What?
These suck.
They're kind of like weirdly mapley.
The peanut flavor is so strong. And you know what's better than a peanut flavor? Peanut butter flavor. I'm turning into the Grinch, dude. My heart is actually shrinking 3 sizes, but not the tubes that are connected to my heart. Those are blowing up. Like when you when you hook a hose up to like a little inflatable toy guy. Have you seen those?
The
like,
guy
what they
that-
do with like LeBron James.
And like
it-
Stretch Armstrong.
It stretches. That's what my veins doing right now because it's a little bit
When
clogged.
he's like, Armstrong.
What?
They have Stretch Armstrong. He goes, Armstrong. And it's like keeps expanding.
Why did you say it like Hey Arnold intro? I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat any more of these. I'll give it one more chance. Do you like chocolate? Yeah. What about burnt peanut? No.
You know what this tastes like?
Yeah. Burnt peanut. I just said.
Very funny. This tastes like when you put maple syrup and peanut butter, like on a waffle or something.
Yes, but not as good. Not nearly.
I think you and I are on differing opinions with these because I kinda
peanuts
like
are not good. Peanuts are not good. Peanuts are not good.
Peanuts
No.
are good.
Peanuts, no. No, actually, no.
Yeah, they
Actually,
are.
no, they're not.
Peanuts are good.
Actually, no, they're bad, actually. Oh, dude, I love peanuts. What's all that on your peanuts? 85% salt.
Peanuts are good.
Oh, I love peanuts. This is really good. What did you do to it? I dipped it in chocolate. Try eating it on its own. Oh, how do the people who like peanuts eat them on their own? Boiled peanuts.
Roasted in the shell. And
I roasted them, yeah. And I'm gonna roast you next, peanut boy.
I feel like you think that more people are on your side.
I feel like you think that you have to put on a show to make people with nut allergies feel bad. No, you guys aren't missing anything.
Yeah,
Peanuts are not good, dude. Stop eating them.
These have a weird aftertaste.
Two.
They're not a 2, dude.
You know when he rings the bell in the Polar Express, and that's how you can still believe. And this is me when I jingle the M&Ms. I can't hear the joy of believing in the M&M Corporation anymore. The Hershey's, whoever owns M&Ms. It's not making any sound.
I don't like the aftertaste. The aftertaste is kind of weird.
Yeah, because it's not good. It's not good food to eat.
I wouldn't have put these in a 2.
Too bad.
I probably would have put them as a 3.
The Grinch strikes again.
For the people that aren't peanut haters.
The Grinch strikes again. So we have 4, 3, 2. And now I'm going into these. And I'm not going to be generous.
Amaretto hot cocoa.
Because now I'm getting pissed.
Why are you mad that the toasted holiday peanut M&Ms tasted like peanuts?
Tastes like burnt
What is
peanuts.
making you mad about that?
I don't like peanuts. The whole point of a good peanut is it for something else to cover up the peanut flavor. Chocolate covered peanut.
You're mad that peanut M&Ms taste like peanut.
If I eat a chocolate covered peanut and I taste the peanut, ruins my day.
You're crazy
Ruins
for that,
my
dude.
day.
You're crazy for
Why
that.
do you think they're covering them in chocolate in the first place?
Because peanut and chocolate is a good combination.
Because peanut needs chocolate. I can't open this. Because I'm too angry. I wasn't joking about my heart.
What about it?
This doctor said I don't got much time. She said you can't keep continuing the way you're continuing, eating 10 snacks a week, which is more than anyone else on the internet.
You need fiber. Like, why isn't there anything in your, like, why are you having anything with protein and fiber? Like, where don't you eat anything with nuts? And you go, ew!
That's so funny.
Nuts!
I eat a big bowl of oatmeal every single morning. Nice try, though. Nice try. How many energy drinks do you drink a day?
Too many. I mean, none of us
He's
should be
sitting,
drinking
dude,
any
guys,
of
I wish you could see him. He's sitting here right now like this.
them. It's not true. And if that is true, it's from the diabetes, from the sugar.
He's like the Flash. He's constantly jittering.
You try to
So he
burn
can
me and make me sound cool?
Phase through objects. No, you're like the TV show
It's like,
Flash.
Oh, damn, dude.
No, actually, you're like Ezra Miller
Okay, no, stop it right there!
when he's
Stop it right there!
when he's in the movie with Michael Keaton Batman.
When they're in the movie with who? What did you? Oh, sorry, you misgendered the bad person.
I'm sorry, I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. The articles that pop up don't give me Ezra Miller's pronouns.
Yeah,
They give
listen.
me Ezra Miller kills man with bare feet. Ezra Miller kicks someone's throat
After
and
kidnapping their
slices
child.
open their jugular.
Ezra Miller is not a good person.
After kidnapping their child. All right, let's try these. These are amaretto hot cocoa.
This is a very interesting episode so far. The vibes are really weird.
These are Christmas vibes. I'm sorry, dude. This hat is so itchy.
Take it off.
I have a bald head full of scabies. They don't know where to go, dude. There's nowhere for the lice to hide, so they're just trying to burrow into my goddamn scalp. Okay, amaretto hot cocoa. Dude, I swear to God. What?
Drink your water.
I swear to God. Oh, that tastes so
The
good.
amaretto is
that
very
tastes so
strong.
good. I took a bite of it, and it like puffed like crumbs into the back of my throat, dude.
First
did not feel
Milano.
good.
Everyone knows that they vaporize upon impact.
Ooh, what is amaretto?
It's almond. Usually an almond liqueur.
Dude, actually, Milano hits. Milano hits. When we had the London fog, I was like, is this an isolated incident? Are Milano underrated? They are somehow underrated. This is real good.
Remember the time we went to go see, was it the new Spider-Man? Spider-Man No Way Home?
I'm listening.
And, we went with a bunch of friends. And one of our friends, she,
Wait. What is it called? We went with a bunch of friends. Humble brag. Okay, good. We got a bunch of friends. We got a bunch of friends.
we went with a group
Humble
of
brag.
friends. And at one point in the movie, one of our friends passed out. Like, she had Milano cookies. Remember this?
What are
I
you
was
talking
eating
about?
them. They're
There's
super
No Way
good.
Home?
Yeah.
No.
And I had a couple. Oh, maybe you didn't get any.
But,
But-
someone fell asleep?
No, passed around.
Oh, okay.
Handed out.
I
Milano
was, yeah,
cookies.
I wasn't sitting near
And
her.
I had a couple of Milano cookies, and then after that, she handed me a flask that just had vodka in it. I was like, oh, crazy. And she watches a podcast.
I know exactly what you're talking about because same people just went to go see Wicked and were joking about, which I don't think was a joke, taking
Are you putting her on blast? She's one of loyal listener.
smuggling in booze, which is so funny because I never even thought of it as a concept. I remember once I snuck in some orange juice that I had tucked into my sock. Pulled it out, ankle warmed orange juice, and I'm drinking it.
What a
And
bad movie
same-
theater snack. Dude.
same guy. Those two.
Yeah.
But he was sitting next to me and he was like, "Can I get a drink of that?" I was like, "Sure." And he drinks it and he makes the most disgusted looking face. And I was like, "I know, it's ankle warmed." But he was like, "There's not even any liquor in this." And I was like, "Yeah, man, it's just orange. I was just thirsty."
Yeah,
I was like,
that's weird.
I drove here. I drove here
with body heat orange juice.
yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like-
dude. These
Yeah.
are a 5, right? These are 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these amaretto hot cocoa
Amaretto hot cocoa.
Milano cookies are a 5.
Milano are absolutely splendid.
This episode has gone off the rails, you guys.
No, we just have. Listen, we've got a lot of.
It's an anecdote heavy episode.
Yeah, it's very anecdotal. Now why don't we get into? Is this weird? Maybe one of the candy canes.
Why not? I don't know.
I'm not crazy about candy canes just because like I
Me
feel
either.
like I lick it a little bit and I'm like, okay, that's enough. But then I have like a whole cane left that's like sticky and I'm
in
like,
fact,
and it's fun to make it into a little weapon, but let me clear my
why
palate
did I
too.
think that was going to? I snapped the candy cane open. It was going to snap the plastic as well, but apparently they shrink wrap these things in titanium for you. The rest we can hang on the Christmas tree.
Good song by Sia, by the way.
Candy cane.
Yeah, titanium.
Whoa.
Do you remember when she made a movie?
Ugh.
And she was like, "Hey, I need a very autistic person for this role." And autistic people were like, "I'll do it." And she's like, No, you guys don't know how to act.
She's like,
And
no,
then she
not you
got
guys.
Some poor girl, her first movie, and she's going like this.
Yeah, she's when people are posting.
And she's like, "Are you sure, Sia?" Sia directed it. She's like, "Are you sure this is what I should do?" She's like, "Absolutely, kid."
she's like, actually, more,
Yeah, more.
more.
Yeah. Yeah. Horrifically. Dude, we tried to watch it. I couldn't even finish it, man.
It was crazy.
Music, that's what it's called. In case that inspired anyone to go watch it. You're crunching? You're not sucking? Guys, why didn't he choose to suck?
Okay. I will say, wow, this lives in my teeth now. I will say that
I shouldn't put the whole thing in
the
there.
initial taste was weirdly gross, but then when you chew it, it tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
Well, also if you suck it.
Well, because I was like, the first thing I did was like I was tasting it. It
What do you
didn't taste
think?
very good.
Not bad.
Fruity Pebbles flavor's great. Candy cane's kind of an L candy.
But they bring balance. Well, what should I say? They cancel each other out.
Oh yeah,
Yes, candy canes, not even up there with.
this is
top. Candy cane is not in top 50. Candy might not even be top 100.
no.
But the fruity pebble flavor elevates it. It pulls it out of the rubble.
It is a great flavor. This is the worst vessel I've had for the flavor.
Of fruity pebbles.
Yes.
Yeah.
For that reason, I think it's a 2.
No, absolutely not a 2.
It's a great flavor.
Absolutely not a 2.
Candy canes
You have to
suck,
rate it
dude.
as but you can't rate it as I hate candy canes. You have to rate it as a candy cane.
You can't rate it as I hate candy canes. You can rate it as I hate peanuts.
Get those peanuts out of my face.
That's what I thought, dude. You can put
These
it
are-
in 3.
these are 3.
I will not allow you to put
Nothing
it
in
in 4.
fruity pebbles. I wasn't gonna put it in 4. Nothing. Stop it, Gabe. You're scaring the elf. Who's on the shelf?
Who's on the elf on the shelf?
He's afraid to. They're supposed to like report bad deeds to Santa, but he's like afraid to snitch on you. He's afraid you're
Yeah.
gonna hurt him.
What did you see, little elf?
You're standing right there.
Yeah. What'd you see?
I don't want to eat the rest of this candy cane. Where should I put it?
The garbage. Where candy canes go. Put it on the tree. Stick it to a branch. He made it.
It was
Like
a
I
good
said,
throw.
hang him on the tree.
Okay, so so my cat can chew on them and choke on shards of glass sharp candy cane. Nobody laugh. Let's go something sweet, something mild, something sweet. So yeah, let's get let's do the cookies.
Okay.
These are the hot cocoa, chewy.
Wait a minute.
What?
Do you have any-
Wait, you're right. Do you hear that?
I do.
Are those bells? Is that footsteps on the roof?
Is it?
Okay,
And
I guess that's over.
And
What?
Santa's up there, and he's saying,
No.
it's time for the snack news."
Oh, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. Oh man, I was just going and going and going. No, you're right. We're halfway through. That means you know what it's time for. Okay, guys. Time for me to read for you the snack news. Okay, let's see. All right. All right. Pop-Tarts is releasing a new frosted cinnamon roll flavored Pop-Tart. Pringles released a loaded hot dog flavored Pringle. You have to get it in a variety pack that is sold at Costco. You know what I'm talking about.
Interesting.
Reese's and Hershey's releasing Reese's Pieces Bark and Hershey's Bark. So that'll be good.
What's in it?
Well, it's kind of like like peanut brittle. It's like
Oh, like peppermint bark, like when it's
yeah. Take a look.
so it's like a chocolate base, and then it has like pieces
Yeah.
of candy and stuff. Okay.
V8 released spicy chipotle and hot honey juices. Well, let me read that another way. V8 is releasing a spicy chipotle juice and a hot honey juice. Yummy, yum, yum. Vegetable juice in my tummy. Rolled Gold pretzels are releasing a cinnamon sugar flavored. Okay, we've got a lot of new Oreo stuff coming out. Oreo releasing a new Thins Irish cream flavor. Also releasing a loaded Oreo, which is Oreo with ground up like chunks of Oreo in it. It's like a cookies and cream.
Wasn't that
vibe.
the Oreo, like ultimate Oreo or whatever?
It's kind of like that.
So it's
But it says new, so it's different.
okay. All right.
They're also releasing Oreo Minis peanut butter flavor. Also releasing golden Oreo cakesters and Oreo bites. Wheat Thins released a new flavor of Wheat Thin spicy sweet chili. Stop looking. Hershey's Kiss is releasing a Harry Potter butterbeer flavor. Ritz Bits is releasing a spicy queso flavor. This is a fun one. Seth Rogen's brand Houseplant released 4 flavored sparkling water infused with THC in 4 flavors.
With THC?
Infused with THC in 4 flavors: citrus, blackberry, black cherry, and pineapple.
So you drink the sparkling waters and they make you high?
Yeah, you've never had like an edible with that was a drink? That's all for the snack news. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it does.
All right.
Where were we?
Chips Ahoy Chewy Hot Cocoa Holiday Edition.
Ooh, these are very chewy. A very stark contrast to the very crispy, crunchy peppermint cocoa cookies that we had.
They do smell like cocoa. Yeah.
It says wow, cocoa cookies smell like cocoa. I said the same thing as you, so I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of us.
Oh, okay.
Me? Wow, Fruity Pebble candy cane tastes like Fruity Pebble. I'm the perfect consumer, dude. Is that Fruity Pebble candy cane? Well, that tastes like Fruity Pebble. Wow, Fruity Pebble candy cane tastes like Fruity Pebble.
It's a 2. It says on the thing that you can microwave them. Should we even bother?
No. Consumer could also be a double entendre because we're eating.
That's true.
There's a joke there. Of all the states, you choose Wyoming. Wow, look at that center. I was not expecting like a gooey hot cocoa filling.
It is like oh man. This tastes the way Walmart smells, dude. This is crazy.
Don't say that. Why would you say that? What are you talking about?
This tastes like
What do you
stale
mean?
warehouse.
What do you mean? What are you tasting? You've unlocked some, you know how like you only use like 5% of your brain or whatever? They say that in the Morgan Freeman movie. You only use 5% of your taste buds. And I think you unlock some secret taste buds that you're not supposed to have access
I'm
to.
tasting where
You're not
it's
supposed
packaged.
to taste the people that put this stuff. You can taste their like finger oils through their latex
It's
gloves.
my superpower. I can tell you where you bought your snacks.
Tastes fine to me.
I don't like these.
Really?
I think it's because of
I think they're fun.
the Pepperidge Farm stuff tastes. The Pepperidge Farm stuff tastes like higher quality.
The mini white chocolate chips mimicking the mini marshmallows is fun. I like the gooey chocolate center. You're right. It's got a little bit more of an artificial taste than the Pepperidge Farm.
It's very
but
artificial.
It's not bad. Where are you gonna put them? Now you're the Grinch.
Let me try another one.
You know what we should try as a weird food?
Maybe I need it.
Can I? Dude, if I ask a question, you know what we should try as a weird food? You? Screw that. Just keep talking.
I was still in the middle of a thought.
Wait, ask me a question.
Well, I can't think of a question now.
Ask me any question. Hey, what are you doing for
Hey, where'd you
Christmas?
get your hat?
Oh, you know what we should try next? And I just like completely ignore you.
No, I just say the question again. Because maybe you didn't hear me. I have more grace. Because I'm the big brother.
You know what you are? You're a cotton-headed ninny muggins.
Dude, on camera?
Where are you gonna rate? What are you gonna rate these? What are you gonna rate these?
The second one helped me acclimate. I still think it's a 3. I mean,
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me. I'm not gonna go to bat for them. I did like these more, so I say.
I just think that coming off of those cookies,
yeah.
it was like a weird.
Let's go
blast.
into the these guys right here.
Together. These are the Elf maple syrup grams, by the way, for those that are listening.
Yes, these are a return from last year. Woo! Wow, those smell really maple syrupy. Goldfish, grams, Elf maple syrup. Yeah, it's a little sickening.
Wow. That's not what I expected them to smell like.
Not bad, though. It's a nice graham flavor. The maple flavor is a little bit more mild than it smells.
Yeah.
So what shape is this?
It tasted like a... I think you got a hat. Oh, wait. No, you didn't. You got a puffin?
I think it's a maple syrup bottle. Tastes like a what?
It tastes kind of like frosting.
Yeah. It does. I'm actually like not crazy about them.
No, I actually don't like these.
Especially because didn't we have like the Hello Kitty grams and those were really
Those
nice.
were really
the strawberry
good.
shortcake ones. Yeah.
These-
You're right. It tastes like frosting.
These might be a 2 for me just because I don't feel like they're really delivering on what they should be delivering on.
I don't
They don't
think
taste
so.
like
And
graham.
look how,
They don't taste like maple.
dude, look how much is in that bag. Yeah, get them out of my sight. Get them in it too. I'm really in my bah humbug era. All right, what do we got next?
The Hostess.
The Hostess new donuts. And these are donuts, fritter rings, apple cinnamon, which I'm excited for because, guys, what's your favorite donut? Comment your engagement down below so
Yeah.
that we can get engagement. For me,
Give me a top 3.
okay, apple fritter.
Yep.
I do like just a basic Krispy Kreme
A really nice glazed donut.
from Krispy Kreme,
Specifically
a
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy
Yeah,
Kreme
okay.
donut. Apple fritter Krispy Kreme, and then my third will probably be. This is going to be really niche, but I had a really fancy donut from a donut place. Now you know what? I'll just go like a lemon filled donut.
Lemon filled.
Or cream filled too. I like the raspberry filled, the lemon filled, the cream filled. I like the filled donuts.
I feel that.
And you?
Number
Let's
one.
get into these.
Yeah, right.
Throwback.
Number
to when you hurt my feelings.
Number
But
one spot. Number one spot. Maple bar with bacon.
I knew you were gonna say that. I actually
Number
knew you were
two,
gonna say that. I
apple
actually
fritter.
literally knew you were gonna say. I'm glad apple fritter. That
Number
you
3.
Also agree though.
This one's the polarizing one because it's
Okay.
a tie either between like a nice glazed donut
Sure.
and crullers.
What's a cruller?
They're the ones that are like kind of like twisty, like in a
Is it
in a
Batman
circle.
villain?
No, yeah, the cruller.
Twisty. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're kind of airy and spongy. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I really
it's a
like
good
them.
it's a good texture.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
fair.
It's a texture thing, but it's got to be a good cruller because when
Yeah.
they're made really good,
Well, you're not gonna be like, what's your top 3 favorite donuts? Like a poorly made apple
Yeah,
fritter is
right.
probably up there.
well, no, because
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, all right.
The top.
Do you?
Okay, well, it's Christmas. Give me a break. Hey, cut me some slack. The bugs are burrowing into my brain. You put a bug hat on my head, and
No
it's
bugs.
getting itchy.
There's no bugs.
Breaking news: the bugs.
It is itchy. It is itchy.
I am the bugs. I am a host for the bugs.
He's getting bugged.
All right, let's. Are we splitting this in
Peel
half?
apart.
Okay.
You peel the segments.
There you go.
Oh, they smell good. It smells like apple-y.
Very appley. It's pleasant.
Yeah.
The cinnamon flavor. It's a good amount. It's a good amount of cinnamon. It's a good balance.
The cinnamon is good. The apple is pretty artificially.
You know what? When you take your next bite, think of toothpaste. Why does it remind me of?
Yeah.
When did I brush with apple toothpaste?
Why does it? But it's specifically like kids' toothpaste.
Yeah, like the bubble gum.
Yeah.
Why does it remind me of that? Also, hot take.
Interesting.
Kids should not be brushing with bubblegum toothpaste. That's gross.
Brushing with bubblegum
This tastes
toothpaste.
kind of good.
Brushing with bubblegum toothpaste is not a good
Well, you gotta
litmus
give it-
test for what life is going to be like.
Exactly. It's like you
Because-
got to give them bubblegum because then they won't want to do it otherwise
No.
because it won't be fun.
But then they grow up and they start paying taxes and they're working 45-hour weeks and they're like, I used to brush my teeth with bubble gum. Where did it all go wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I used to have summer vacation, you know?
It's a good skill to learn to be able to do something even though it sucks and tastes bad and
Yeah.
is
Give them
not fun.
the mint.
Yeah,
and if
kids-
you hate your kids,
you're right.
give them the cinnamon.
because adult life will get harder, they should have it harder even earlier.
They need to, you rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah. Just make kids pay taxes and make them go to work. What do you think about this?
I'm kind of torn because
Yeah,
now
the
when
toothpaste comment
when
ruined
I
it.
think of apple
Yeah.
and cinnamon, it tastes like apple and cinnamon. When
Yeah.
I think of toothpaste, it tastes like toothpaste.
It's like
The Yanny and Laurel, dude.
Yanny and Laurel, yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. I probably do 3.
Honestly, this is
It's a
the
good little
most
gas station
threes
snack.
we probably ever had in an episode. There's a 3 conga line.
That's true.
Okay, so I think. Well, hold on, can I talk? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Get the sody pop.
Yes, we do have a sody pop to try. We are going to review. Let's go get it. All right, guys, I've got it right here. The very limited edition 0 sugar gingerbread Pepsi flavor. Now, this comes with a story. Here's the story. I was made aware of this, and I was made aware that Pepsi was going to be including these on their TikTok shop on December 4th. And so I said, okay, I would like to get one of those to review for the podcast. So the promotion was if you buy 2 orders of 2 10-packs, 7.5 ounce cans of Pepsi Minis, you get a free gingerbread 0 sugar Pepsi. While supplies last, they said limited to the first 500 customers. So, hey, 1 in 500, minus the people that got the review copies. Pretty exclusive, right? Pretty cool. So, come the morning of December 4th, I keep checking the Pepsi TikTok shop to see when the Pepsi mini cans go on sale because they're not in the shop. I check at 5 a.m., at 6 a.m., at 7 a.m., at 8 a.m. Finally, at 8:30 a.m., I see the promotion go live. I see the Pepsi cans appear, which I purchase expediently, some would say. Why are there 2 words that start the same and kind of mean the same thing? I don't know. I didn't write
Only
the
for the
language,
experts.
but I digress. So I placed my order, but I was a little confused when I got the confirmation email because it didn't mention anything about Pepsi Gingerbread 0 Sugar Limited Edition. So I was a little bit nervous, and I had my co-host here constantly checking the shop just to make sure there wasn't like an additional thing that they added later. They actually ended up removing the Pepsi from the shop. And so I was like, wow, looks like you got your order in at a good time. But later on, I saw a post online of someone claiming that their gingerbread can of Pepsi didn't get added into it got added into the order when they were checking out. And I
So
was
they
like,
could-
that
so you
was
could
not
see
the
it
case.
as part of your
They
order.
could see it. And that made me super nervous. I was like, I need to put in a second order. And by that point in the day, it was a couple hours later, the Pepsi cans were back in the shop. So I was like, I got to put in the order and I got to see. I put in the order. I looked at my cart and there it was, the gingerbread Pepsi. Hallelujah. They still had cans. I placed the order. By the way, first order, $35.69. Second order, $30.69. They've got a sense of humor. I don't know why the 69 so much. But now I've spent $65 on Pepsi, for a Pepsi mini can of gingerbread Pepsi. And I'm like, okay, I got to cancel the first order. It hasn't shipped out yet. It's only been a couple of hours after I placed it. And it was an erroneous order. It was supposed to include the gingerbread Pepsi and it didn't. So I said, hey, I want to cancel the order. TikTok shop said, well, we can't cancel it, but we can refund you when it's delivered. And I said, fine. 6 days later, it was delivered. I messaged TikTok shop again, and they were like, okay, yeah, we'll process the refund. It looks like it was delivered. It'll take 2 to 3 days. Perfect. Then they messaged me and said, we've started processing the order. We've reached out to the seller to let them know. Perfect. Then I get a message from who? Pepsi Company. on TikTok Shop, I get a message from Pepsi Company. The Pepsi Company? Pepsi? You talking about Beppis? You're talking about, can I get a Coke? Is Pepsi okay? They're reaching out to me. And he said, well, I don't know, the Pepsi. Pepsi said, hey, we got your refund request. We just wanted to check what was wrong with the order. And I said, sure. And I explained the situation. I was supposed to have gingerbread Pepsi. You guys were running a promotion. It didn't work. I had to place the order a second time. Second time it worked. I just want to refund the first order. Because I spent $65 on Pepsi. Christmas is coming up. Hey, what'd you give me for Christmas? I got you Pepis. Is it diet? No. Enjoyed diabetes though. Because I got a lot of cans. And so they said, okay, perfect. We'll look into it. And to me, that says, yep, time for the refund. But guess what? Guess what that actually means? The next day, they messaged me at 6:20 a.m. And I was awake. Because a man who spent $65 on Pepsi cannot sleep. Not a wink. Not 1 ounce of should I. 6:20 a.m.
So much caffeine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was chugging them.
Yeah.
6:20 a.m. They messaged me and they said, hey, we're still investigating this. 6:28, they said, your refund request has been denied. And at this point, I'm seeing red. But guess what? I said, give me a refund. And they said, well, we're sorry you're frustrated, but we're looking into it. And I said, there's nothing to look into. Give me my money. Just give me my money. And they did that thing to me too.
Yeah,
where you do the trend and they don't laugh and
and they
clap
just-
like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
They just stare at you and it makes you feel bad. And so they said no. And so then I messaged my credit card company, well, my bank. And I said, hey, false advertising. I want to dispute this charge. And they said, no problemo. And then they, I filed the paperwork. And then the next day, Pepsi messaged me and said, oops, never mind. Yeah, we'll refund you. So thank you, Pepsi, for doing the right thing after just a
Being forced to do
little
it.
bit of strong arming. But now we've got not only this can of gingerbread Pepsi, but oh boy, do we have plenty of cans of Pepsi Mini to get through this holiday season. So in case anybody was feeling thirsty for Pepsi, we've got some to drink. And yes, I spent $65, but I got $35 of that refunded. $30 for one single can of Pepsi. There's my joke. I'll go ahead and put these back now. There's my joke. That was very funny. Good.
Should I get a cup
Visual
for the Pepsi
humor.
so that we can see it? I think it's just gonna be Pepsi colored.
No, I kind of want the full aluminum experience. I am gonna clear my palate.
Okay. There is a bit of dust on the can. They definitely gave you. This one came from Shaq's pocket.
They spit on it. I was kind of hoping when Shaq was holding, because if you haven't seen, Shaq did a lot of advertisements for this. When Shaq was holding the can, I was kind of hoping it was like an Andre the Giant effect, where I was like, it's going to be a normal size can.
Right.
But no, it's just a tiny
When he was
can.
holding it on his fingertip like a thimble, you mean? You thought it was going to be
Yeah.
a normal size Pepsi?
And spinning it like a basketball. All right. There we go. 1 of 500.
Looks like Pepsi color to me, so that's good. It means we're not missing out on anything.
I'm so excited to give this a 1.
Yeah, for real.
No. I'm not that kind of reviewer, guys. Okay. I'm taking the first sip. Smells like Pepsi.
Interesting. You're right. It does smell like Pepsi.
Okay, so, man, that $30 price tag is just spinning through my mind. You know what it tastes like to me? It tastes a little bit like molassesy, but it kind of tastes like just like vanilla Pepsi.
It tastes like kind of like malted at the end.
You know what? I kind of like it. Okay, save some for the eBay listing.
Yeah.
For me, I'd probably give it a 4.
That's
I
crazy.
like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it.
I don't know if I would rate it that high.
I appreciate your empathy for what I went
don't
through.
really like, I think, any of the novelty Pepsis that I've had. And I like Pepsi.
What do you consider a novelty Pepsi? Like, is vanilla Pepsi
Like we
novelty
did
Pepsi?
Peeps. We did the Oreo.
I forgot about the
we
Peepsy.
did, we've done all sorts of Peeps on the show. And
The Oreo was Coke.
Oh, was it Coke?
Yeah.
I don't like any of the novelty colas we've had.
Well, fair enough. So you'd probably put in a 3 or even lower.
Probably even lower, honestly, because I
Let's
think
split
that
the
it's
difference.
it's much worse than regular Pepsi.
I don't think it's. Well, it's 0 sugar too.
Yeah, true, but I like zero sugar Pepsi.
I don't think it's. I wouldn't even say it's worse. I would say it's comparable. Let's just split the difference.
Get a mini Pepsi in
We'll
you.
put it in.
Oh, but they're not cold. Actually, don't drink it. They're warm.
If I do not limit myself to one Pepsi, even if I do one Pepsi a day, this is 80 cans.
You're gonna.
This is almost 3 months of Pepsi.
They're minis.
Yeah, they're not gonna. But doctor, they're minis. As I'm being pumped full of insulin. Yeah, let's put it at a 3.
That's fair.
And let's move on to the final segment, which is our weird food. And guys, we've got a great holiday treat for you. Okay, guys, you heard it here first, folks. Weird way to start, but we made the spaghetti from Elf. And it's got fettuccine noodles, which I do not think is canon.
He used spaghetti, but we had fettuccine on deck.
Got to be nice and thick. And we've got M&Ms, the toasted peanut M&Ms that I did not like. Mini marshmallows. There's maple syrup, chocolate syrup, and there's a crushed Cocoa Pop-Tart on top. And Gabe said he's brave enough to take the first bite, and God, I salute him. No, they'll see. Dude, we took the photos that I could put it over the video.
It doesn't feel natural not showing
This
off.
is a boomer, dude. Holy.
Oh, the M&Ms are melting.
What? They're being dissolved from the acid in the maple syrup? That's a healthy bite. That's a healthy bite. Okay, I'm going to try to get a little bit of everything. Okay, so I bumped my mic there. Marshmallow. You're right. Why are the M&Ms getting like that? All right, guys. I got a full bite here. M&M, marshmallow, Pop-Tart, noodles.
I just finished chewing up my bite a second ago.
Yeah.
Listen, it's gross, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like gag worthy, but it's not. The pasta kind of helps it a little bit because it's neutral. That being said, I feel bad for Will Ferrell, depending on how many takes he had to do to like get that shot of him eating the dessert spaghetti.
That could make me throw up. It's something about the texture of the noodles and the sweetness with the pasta and the no savory. It's not what's supposed to happen.
No. I'm going to do one more bite.
It's the first time I've sided with the Italians. I'll tell you that much. Well, not the first time. There's a pretty big recent let's just say they're starting to grow on me.
At least one of them.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that it was better than you thought. You can polish it off.
Nah.
Yeah, why? I don't. One of the top 5 worst things I've eaten on the podcast might be top 3.
It has not dethroned the ranch ice cream for the worst thing I've ever eaten.
The ranch ice cream I don't count because we did the ranch float, which was worse. So that's top. That's in the top spot. Right under that, the century egg was a little bit intense, which is weird because the first time I had it, I really enjoyed it. But I think the next time I had it, I just wasn't in the right headspace or something, and it kind of pieced me in. This is top 5. It might be top 3. But you know, it's festive. It's
try making it
very
at
much
home.
in season. Yeah, try making it at home. Impressionable young youth, which is our demographic, by the way. If you look at the graph, it's like 8 to 13. No, can you imagine if it's like only young, really young, skibbity toilet aged people?
I was going to say, yeah. There's no way they're sitting through a podcast.
Gen alphas.
It's us and
there's no way.
They got it in 2 times
you haven't
speed.
seen. When I posted, I put it in 2 times speed, and I have Subway Surfers on the bottom.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, this has been an interesting episode, to say the least. This has been the Super Tasters Podcast. I've been your host, Evan.
And I've been your host, Gabe.
Again, thank you to our patron supporters, our Patreon supporters who are our patrons, our super taste buds, our best buds, our taste buds. I'm really trying to get that to stick. If you want to support us, $5 a month. If you go to patreon.com/supertasterspodcast, and you get all kinds of behind the scenes goodies that we haven't really started making good on yet, because we only just recently got 2 patrons, so I haven't put anything on there yet. But there will be stuff, and we are 8 patrons away from opening a PO box. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. This has been a very interesting and good podcast for the holiday season.
That's right.
And Gabe, take it away.
Well, like I say every holiday season.
Yep.
Remember to say Happy Holidays, because it's illegal to say Merry Christmas.
Good work, soldiers. We're gearing up for the war on Christmas, and this time we're gonna win. Hey, Merry Is that a Christmas tree?
It's my Happy Holidays cannon. I can barely control it.
That was fun.